Make sure to subscribe to Apillow on YouTube. Very cool content creator.
Alright people, it is no mystery that the right are very stupid when it comes to the topic of our lovely transgender people. So we get this tweet here from the Young America's Foundation. It is a Matt Walsh quote. Of course it is captioned, "Trans women are not women," at Matt Walsh blog, as they always do. And it is a quote of Matt Walsh saying probably the smartest thing he's ever said in his life. And he says, "The very phrase, 'trans women are women,' seems to admit in its construction that trans women are not women, because if they were women, why are you calling them trans?" This is, of course, one of the primo conservative tactics. Say something that sounds smart until you think about it for 3 seconds. And people have giga-ratioed this tweet. We get one from Conyer, Base Mutual, and this pretty much sums up the entire issue with this whole thing here. So of course we know conservatives don't understand pronouns, but if you think pronouns are confusing, wait till you find out about adjectives. Clear that a lot of these conservatives didn't get a lesson on describing words when they were little kids, didn't get the nice adjective lesson. So now they're sitting here saying stupid stuff like this that takes all of maybe 2 seconds to think through, process, and come up to a very, very good rebuttal. So I myself had a little bit of a rebuke to this. Ended up blowing up quite a bit, 4.9k likes at time of recording. And I made a little reference to someone we covered in a previous video. Go watch that. Go watch that, the Joe Cat video from 2 days ago if you haven't. It's a very good video. But I say, okay, but what about the big girls? The pretty kitty girls? And I go down the whole song that Joe Cat wrote, because ultimately this is a thing of course, adjectives. Yeah, this is an argument. This is a good argument to carry with you. There are all different kinds of women. All different. You have the tall ones, you have the short ones, the muscular ones, the not muscular ones. You have everything. Okay. And when it comes to all of that, ultimately, at the end of the day, they are all women. Believe it or not, I know, sounds insane that a woman having more traits than just being a woman doesn't negate the fact that she's a woman. And the thing is, you can make this argument with cis women as well. You could say the very phrase "cis women are women" seems to admit in its construction that cis women are not women, because if they were women, why are you calling them cis? You can do this about anything, any category of woman, anything that they fall into. You can do this with anything. It is a stupid dumb argument, because believe it or not, describing words are not a refutation of a point. The fact of the matter is, people, scientific data is on the side of me and countless other people when it comes to the arguments that we make in favor of trans rights. We know that trans suicide rates lower significantly whenever they have support. We know that hormone replacement therapy and surgeries are a fairly decent, not even decent, a fairly great and effective way of treating gender issues, if people so want to pursue those paths. We know all of these things about transitioning. Conservatives are just flat wrong, as they are on many things, whether it be the economy, foreign policy, domestic policy, political beliefs, freedom of religion, freedom of press, even freedom of speech. Conservatives are bad on everything. I would be willing to say that there's not a single issue where they are not just getting gapped by some like random 12-year-old who's never touched the internet and was only taught like, hey, be compassionate to other people, little Billy. Because at the end of the day, when we do sit down and we look at the science surrounding this, we are right. The only reason why we're arguing with conservatives is because they currently have power. That's the only reason why. And by power, that doesn't necessarily mean legislative power, you know? Doesn't necessarily mean executive power either. Doesn't matter who holds the House. Doesn't matter who holds the Senate. Doesn't matter who holds the presidency when I'm talking about this kind of rhetoric. I mean, it does matter. Make sure to vote blue. Get registered to vote blue. It does matter. But what I mean by it does not matter is when it comes to people like Matt Walsh, our reason for arguing with him is because he is a propagandist. And what better way to deal with a propagandist than to embarrass him? This is something that I hold true in my heart. The best way to deal with these right-wing propagandists, the best way to deal with people pushing bad, faulty, unscientific beliefs is to embarrass them. Because people like Matt Walsh rely on organizations like the Young America's Foundation posting his quotes. He relies, and him and other propagandists of this type, people like Andrew Tate, for example, they rely on the perception of themselves as being strong or smart, etc. Because when you have this perception, you don't have to engage in good rhetoric. You don't have to be factual, because people are going to take what you say at face value because you're confident other people say that you're trustworthy. And because you seem smart, because of your confidence. The best way to combat this is to, as countless people have to this tweet, destroy it. You point out their flaws in their arguments. Try to do it in as comical a way as humanly possible as well, because comedy is a very good tool to get people to realize just how stupid an argument is. Because if you're laughing at it, it's got to be a little silly. So use a little bit of comedy, as I did with my tweet. Have a little bit of fun with it. Don't do anything illegal, for the love of God. And go out there and combat you some conservatives. Don't harass anyone, though. But if you see an idiot, you know, on Twitter, tweeting, twoting some stupid transphobic crap, you know what to do. You know what to do, always. With that being said, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You can also join the Discord, link down below. It's a nice community of over 300 people now. You can also follow me on Twitter, links down below as well. I love you all. I'm excessively sleep deprived because it is 4:21 in the morning. So I'm gonna go get sleep now. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Gotta hit the stop recording button. Muscular ones, the not muscular ones. Muscular is a word. The